On this morning after Veterans Day, thousands of vets are waking up jobless and homeless. The White House says the number of homeless veterans is down 36% since 2010, yet nearly 40,000 still roam the streets of the country they defended. In Chicago, a businessman who never wore the uniform is sacrificing his savings to honor and support those who did. Here's Mark Albert.
How long did you live in this shelter?
Approximately the 6 months that it's allowed.
6 months?
That's correct.
How was it?
Of course, I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. But
Louis Arroyo is a proud veteran with scars you can't see. He served 6 years in the Army, and after taking off the uniform in 2002, he soon had no house, no job, and no plan. After 12 years of homelessness, Arroyo says he struggled to fill the void inside him.
Fighting and learning that I needed help, it was just very hard for me at that time.
They have the clothing on their back when I hire them.
That somebody turned out to be Mark Doyle. He's the founder of a successful forensic accounting firm and spent a year working for the U.S. Army as a civilian in Afghanistan. When he came back home, he says he realized something just didn't add up.
I read story after story about homelessness and suicide rates and alcoholism and the plight of the men and women who'd been on 3, 4, 5 deployments. I decided to make it my mission to go find them and bring them in. This is becoming really popular.
Doyle found them and led them here, a silk screening business called Rags of Honor that he started for just one purpose: to hire homeless vets.
How much do you pay these workers?
We start them at $12 to $12.50 an hour for the first 90 days, and then we get them to 15, and our top guys make 19.
You're paying more than your competitors.
Probably $5 an hour more.
I'm not a businessman, but that doesn't sound like smart business.
It's not exactly a recipe, to become a millionaire, but you can't live on $8 an hour. We're trying to make people have a better life.
Okay, good.
He's given a better life to 44 veterans so far, including Louis Arroyo, who's worked the line here for 9 months.
This is hot off the presses.
Yep, 278 degrees. These are the Division Series Chicago Cubs t-shirts that we're doing.
So you just printed these right now?
We just printed these. We've actually printed 10,000 of these in the last 4 days.
When the Cubs struck gold this year, so did the company. And recent hire Pedro Diaz, a former Marine. Diaz helps ship out the Rags of Honor merchandise to stores like this one, the flagship NHL Blackhawks store on Michigan Avenue in downtown Chicago.
What's it like seeing the stuff that you make in this store?
Well, seeing it being made is one thing, and then actually seeing it here in this fancy store is something else. It makes me feel proud of what we do.
Diaz served 2 tours in Afghanistan before coming home and finding out he didn't have one.
9 months ago, I was at the bottom of it all. I mean, I was either going to go to jail or end up committing suicide. Every day I see people walking by with the shirts, and it's like, wow, I did that shirt. I made that shirt. I helped be a part of that.
There are tens of thousands of people wearing a little piece of what you made on their backs.
It gives me chills. It gives me chills.
All 4 major sports leagues now play ball with Rags of Honor. Next year, the company hopes to score $1 million in business for the first time.
I don't take anything up.
Wait, you don't take a salary from your own business?
No.
Zero?
Zero.
So you don't get any personal benefit by running this business?
No financial benefit, that's for sure.
What's the other benefit?
A text from one of my guys saying, "You're like a father to me. Thank you. I've never met anybody who's done so much for me."
And what does that do to you?
It actually just gives me the strength to just keep plugging through, just keep pushing, and don't give up on the mission, because we're a long way from this mission being over.
It was a humbling experience.
Alicia Bowen is a single mother of 3 who started at Rags of Honor 2 months ago, hoping to save enough money for an apartment.
How do you look your children in the eye and say that Mom served her country for 8 years, and now we're homeless?
It was hard, but, children, they tend to understand a lot more than we give them credit to.
Pedro's getting an apartment. Louis got an apartment. Alicia's getting an apartment. We're going to get them beds. We help them get the things that we take for granted.
Bowen, a former map maker for the Army, finally found her way to a home.
My heart is beating fast. Okay, let me see.
She moved into this South Side apartment a week after we first met her.
Perfect. My own. Oh my God.
What are those in your hand?
The keys to my apartment.
Your apartment.
Mine.
We change the arc of their life forever. And so if we do that, and we've already done it, and we keep doing it, that's a legacy I'd be proud to be part of.
A legacy woven into the Rags of Honor motto. They had our backs. Let's keep the shirt on theirs. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Mark Albert, Chicago.
Wow, you see the reaction of just one woman. Imagine what he's doing.
It's so great to see. It's amazing what he's doing. I love what he says. You don't give up on the mission. You don't give up.
Never.